alarm! Red alarm! Red alarm!
Live long and prosper, sir.
Oh, hi! Are you ready to give us presents? Oh, hi! Are you ready to give us presents?
Klingon blood runs as reddish pink as ever.
Hello and good evening. It is Saturday, November 27th, 2021, and we are back for Star Trek Radio Theater here on Live Long and Podcast as we continue our second season. This is our 19th episode. It's been some time. We've been busy with a lot of different shows, but we're very excited to have the crew back tonight. Tonight we are doing our first installment of first time for us doing Star Trek Lower Decks. Which this is an episode that only aired a short time ago this year, October 7th, 2021. In terms of in the universe date, this is from 2381. Who's opening the candy bars? Stop it. This episode was written by Kathryn Lyn. Thanks to Ashley Millard and Kevin and to myself for getting the script ready and everything.
Pat yourself on the back, sir.
If I have to, you gotta acknowledge where things are. And we'll introduce the whole cast. You can see we're here. We're kind of waiting for Mott to come along. Should be back on.
Should be back on it too.
Mott's gonna be back on it too. Well, we can kind of stall for a minute. Mott doesn't have the first line in the episode. I'm Dave. And while we're waiting for Mott, hey, let's introduce people. We got Jeff Mater.
Hey, what's up?
And I forgot Jane's here next to me. Hey, Jane.
Oh, Lord, Jane. Wow.
Wow.
Hi.
I thought it was a save. I don't think it was a save. Doing Star Trek Radio Theater.
I was going to be the grand finale, right?
Yeah. You were the finale, but then I was like, you know what? You need third billing, maybe, or something. I don't know. It's okay. We got David Skellhorn, he's my second cousin and yours. He's doing from the Cuters of Trek, great Star Trek podcast and YouTube and Facebook channel. He's doing Star Trek Radio Theater with us for the first time. We got Live Long and Podcast co-founder Jameel Robinson with us, fresh with his new Funko Pops. We got Michael Chan and Jessica Chan. Jessica lost her voice. We're helping her find it. And we also have Michael, star of many movies and commercials and different projects. And then we also have the Millards, who, as aforementioned, help out with the script and are great performers here on Star Trek Radio Theater.
Huge on social media.
Huge on social media. You got to check out their Twitters. So
everything, they're everywhere.
So did I stall for enough time? Is Mott got his 2 minutes now?
I don't know. You're in control, Dave. None of us have those.
Like Jade knows.
I build my consensus. That's how I go. Let's just everyone heard those sound effects in the opener, right? So I'm relatively confident those are working. Okay. Well, Mott, are you with us? Okay. If Mott's not here, I will just have to do his lines. That will be until.
I'm so excited about this. This is my favorite episode of Lower Decks. So I am so excited to do this.
Oh, we have a Mott sighting.
Yes.
Mott, are you with us?
I can hear you.
You can hear us. We can hear you.
And it was actually my fault. I forgot with this microphone where I had to plug it in and not into my computer, but I hadn't done it in a while. So,
okay. Well, hey, we've been on hiatus, Mott. So we're glad to have you with us. And we just introduced everybody, including yourself. So we're going to come off screen here and we're going to start the episode. We hope you enjoy the show. All right, here we go. And boom.
Captain's log. The Cerritos is beginning a 12-hour warp en route to a planetary survey in the Kontaran system. With little to do in this vacant stretch of space, I've approved some much-needed R&R for the crew. We focus on the mess hall of the USS Cerritos. The lower deckers are eating and discussing what to do with their free time.
I can't believe we all have the day off. What should we do? Strategema tournament?
Oh, I can't. Dr. Tiana invited me to a thing on the holodeck. I really need to get on her good side I can't tell if she likes me or she makes that face at everyone.
Okay. Rutherford?
Hey, sorry. Billups has a new soup recipe he asked me to try out, and after that, I promised Shaxs I'd throw some pottery with him.
Geez, what is this? Commander Hangout Day? Huh. Guess it's just me and you.
I'm with the captain today.
What do you mean?
Oh, she's been bugging me to do some mother-son stuff, and I've been putting it off forever. And now this long haul, she knows I've got no excuse.
All you guys are spending warp with a bridge buddy?
It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. Socializing with the commander can be a huge factor in getting a promotion.
Well, you've got 12 hours. Why don't you rub some elbows and make a new friend?
I wish I served on a ship that had built-in social structures like a Binars or Klingons.
Have you ever been on a Klingon ship? I don't think you'd like that.
They've been warping around the quadrant for centuries. I bet their lower decks are a lot nicer than you'd think.
We focus on the Chita, a Klingon bird of prey. The Klingon lower decks crew is in their grungy-looking barracks getting ready for the day. One of the Klingons punches another.
Come on! Let us eat the squirmiest Ga is devoured.
Do not speak of Ga. Today, I am tasked with scraping out the worm barrels and replenishing their blood supply.
That is the worst, you know. I have combat training all day. Save me a seat at lunch unless I die an honorable death. Then someone else can have it.
Today will be a day of great honor for me. I am filling in at the helm.
Ha 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 ha! Yes, the honor is palpable.
Have you noticed that Commander Togg has been undermining the captain?
If so, then he should be killed.
Exactly! And stationed at the captain's side, I will be the logical choice to be the new first officer.
Logical? Are you a Vulcan now? Maybe you should trim your bangs and join a science vessel.
Logical.
Could you imagine serving with those binocs? Avoid death and cower.
We focus on the Cheval, a Vulcan cruiser. There are several Vulcans busy at their stations.
Would anyone care for a game of chess when we are finished with our second duty shift?
No. I will be composing an arrangement for the loot, which should take several hours.
I am available for chess.
I have detected an anomalous surge of Metreon particles in System 7743.8.
System 7743.8 is beyond our scanning range.
It would be, but I have implemented personal algorithms which increase our long-range sensors.
Lyn, your assignment was to monitor tertiary impulse systems.
That is a redundant system. It is logical to improve our scanning capabilities instead of observing non-essential systems.
These readings are within acceptable parameters.
Correct. However, this region has never produced this type of anomalous energy. Does that not seem strange?
Anomalies, by definition, are strange.
Something about this feels off.
Feels off? You have been spoken to about this before, Lyn.
It is illogical to ignore something of statistical significance. I must inform the captain. Lyn leaves the room. The other Vulcans stare after her.
She has lost all control.
We focus on the bridge of the Klingon ship, the Chita. Ma'a enters the bridge.
Today is a good day to be.
He is greeted with a fight to the death between Captain Dorg and First Officer Togg.
It is you who is dishonorable. Oh, yeah.
You dare spit lies on my ship?
Coward, you hide behind the name of...
I hide behind nothing!
Dorg stabs Togg in the chest with a Klingon Togg. Togg falls to the floor, dead.
Togg forgot what it means to be Klingon. I need a loyal first officer. A soldier of the Empire who does not spit in the face of duty. The job will go to whoever impresses me most today. Remove this. I do not want the stench on my bridge.
I will take care of it, Captain. Ugh.
Ma'a drags the body away, leaving a trail of bright pink blood streaked across the floor of the bridge. We focus on the Cerritos. Boimler approaches Lieutenant Kayshawn in the lounge, hoping to socialize with him.
Okay, let's snag a bridge buddy. Kim Arndt, her head cloudy.
Oh, thank you, Ensign.
Boimler, I took a little to Marion at the academy.
Oh, Unzak and Villa's children?
Oh, right. Carno in the forest with Mira?
It's hard to lose weight when you could replicate any food you want.
Kayshawn gets up from his seat and storms off, offended.
No. That's not what I meant. Dang it.
We focus on the Cerritos art room. Lieutenant Shaxs and Rutherford are taking a pottery class. Boimler walks in and sits by Rutherford.
Oh, hey, Boimler. I didn't know you had a passion for pottery.
Kayshawn and I didn't really mesh. Since you have two bridge buddies, I thought we could share?
Okie dokie.
Take your never-ending bonfire of rage and bury it in the clay.
Get out of here, Rage.
That's a neat pot, Lieutenant Shaxs. Did you learn how to do that back on Bajor?
Shaxs gets angry.
What did you just say?
I just asked if you learned how to throw pots on Bajor.
No.
Oh, do we not talk about Bajor?
Shaxs jumps up and starts to go after Boimler.
You think I had a time for anything other than resisting? Fighting fascism is a full-time job!
Run! He's not kidding!
As Boimler runs out of the room, Rutherford manages to calm Shaxs down, and Shaxs sits back down.
Put it in the clay, Papa Bear. Put it in the clay.
I'm going to fight! I'm going to get revenge! I'm going to make a cute little ashtray for my incense. It's going to look like a puppy.
Ooh, a puppy!
We focus on the Chita. Captain Dorg is encouraging his Togg to tear apart a stuffed toy.
Yes. Good boy. This is what we do to our enemy pedicures.
Drink to my health.
Ma'a enters.
Captain, your Togg is most impressive. Like Kor's hand at the Battle of Klaktakel Brock.
Oh, I'm surprised someone your age knows of that glorious day.
Oh, it was one of my favorite slaughters. We could sing a song about it if...
Ma'a is head-butted by another officer.
The blood wine barrel one runs low. Fetch us more.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
We focus on the Cheval. The captain has asked to speak with Lyn.
Why would you modify already adequate long-range sensors when that is outside of your duties?
I had a gut feeling that increasing our sensor range may improve illuminating.
And now you want to adjust our current heading by 1.7 degrees because of this instinct.
The energy originated in a region which has never experienced a comparable phenomenon. To ignore it would be illogical.
Adjust course to 566 marks 7 Mark 6 error. Do not take my action as an endorsement of your behavior. You will spend the next 2 days in meditation.
No, I do not have time for that. I have another project, which is nearing culmination.
Lyn, get a hold of yourself. These outbursts will not be tolerated. 2 days. Work on your self-control through silent meditation.
Captain, I believe that I could modify the...
Beliefs, feelings, instincts. You are behaving like a child.
We focus on the Cerritos holodeck. Boimler is flying around in hover boots. His sweatshirt reads, "Go climb a rock." Nearby, Ensign Tendi is rock climbing with Dr. Ta'ana.
You were right, Dr. T. This is amazing.
Nothing like clawing your way up the side of a giant hard piece of earth to feel alive.
Boimler flies up to them using his pair of hover boots.
Boimler, what are you doing up here?
Just wanted to catch up in the old hover boots. See if you guys needed a climbing partner. Hi, Dr. Ta'ana.
You didn't bring any gear?
Well, I have the shirt and the boots.
Boimler's boots fail, and he starts to fall a great distance.
Good thing the safety protocols are on. They are on, right?
I don't know. Sure.
Boimler's fall is broken by a tree.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Rubbing his head, he leaves the holodeck in search of someone else to join. He notices Captain Freeman and Mariner are in another room doing target training. Hoping to join them, Boimler enters the range, only to see them in a heated argument with one another. Oblivious to his presence, they continue to bicker with one another.
Why would you tell an entire shift I get bad cramps?
You were on duty! Your commanding officers have to know of any medical issues that could impact the mission!
Billups doesn't need to know. He's not good with that stuff. It freaked him out.
If I had to dance around everything that freaks out Billups, we wouldn't get anything done.
Cool. Then maybe I'll tell him to boost environmental controls to help with your hot flashes.
Boimler, uncomfortable with the situation, tries to get out of the room quickly.
Oh.
Boimler enters the turbolift. Commander Ransom, a lieutenant junior grade, and a Benzite ensign are in there talking.
Oh, nothing like that Hawaiian, sir.
Crisp air, tasty waves. This is going to be great.
Sir?
Ensign. Oh, you remember those luau's on the beach?
Ah, so good.
Yeah, freaking pigs, dude.
Nothing like the feel of Hawaiian sand after riding those tropical waves.
Mr. Boimler, are you also from Hawaii?
From Hawaii? Oh,
It has to be. Only people who grew up in on the islands like that could describe it like that.
You're all from Hawaii?
Aloha. Yep, small galaxy, huh?
I can't believe there's another Hawaiian on board. We're hitting the beach this afternoon. Holodeck 3. You should join us.
To clean up or...
No, to hang out. Unless you don't miss the islands.
No, I mean, I am homesick for Hawaii. I grew up in Hawaii, and man, do I miss Hawaii.
Oh, wait, didn't you say you're from a vineyard? Pineapple or coffee?
Both?
Whoa. Now that's tropical.
We focus on the Chita. Ma'a has brought a new barrel of blood wine to the mess hall.
Next time, fetch your own wine.
As Ma'a drags the barrel, an overweight Klingon passes out and falls on him.
I demand assistance! Could someone just...
Captain Dorg enters.
Captain, yes, I thank you. I cannot move this overweight.
When you're done fooling around, walk my Togg. He ate Matt Trader's leg and will need to be shuffled around until it passes, or he will have gas.
Captain Dorg exits.
Yes, sir.
We focus on the Cheval. Lyn is alone in the meditation room. She is trying to meditate, but is just frustrated instead. The pad that she has sitting on the floor next to her chirps. She picks it up and checks out the new info. Her friends enter the chamber with 2 other officers to meditate.
You are working instead of meditating.
I am nearly finished. I will meditate as soon as the project is complete.
You know your rebellions will only lead to punitive spiritualism.
I am not rebellious. I am simply enjoying the project and hope to finish it today so I can continue with other work. Perhaps if you did not spend all of your time following rules, you too would appreciate that there is more for us to learn and achieve.
Are you attempting to insult me?
I merely wish for you to join me in broadening your definition of how to synthesize data.
That sounds like an insult to me.
Perhaps you could look to me as your confidant. In Klingon culture, they designate those who stand with one another as Chadich.
We are not Klingon.
Nor are we Borg drones. We do not have to blindly follow orders. Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end.
The High Command would be most interested to learn of your relaxed attitude.
How would they find out? Would you report me?
If it is for your own good, you are clearly unstable.
You are not yourself, Lyn. Everyone has noticed.
Then I hope they notice how unconcerned I am about their assessment. We focus on the Cerritos. Boimler is talking to the lower deckers about the upcoming Hawaiian hangout on the holodeck.
Why didn't you just tell them you're not from Hawaii?
I tried! Sort of. It all just happened so fast. Suddenly, I was just part of the Ohana.
Isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, but what if Ransom finds out I lied? He could demote me to work at a penal colony where I'd have to mate with the enemy to form a new civilization.
Ensign Mariner, report to my quarters for hanging out.
This is the longest warp of my life.
Mariner leaves.
I don't know, Boimler. I think you should just come clean.
Yeah, I mean, what's really more important? Having a commander friend or being your true self?
Yeah, you're right.
We focus on the holodeck. Boimler shows up in a Hawaiian shirt and lei.
Aloha!
Hey, aloha.
Ransom hands him a Mai Tai and a pineapple. Boimler looks sweaty and nervous. We focus on the Chita. Captain Dorg is sitting in his quarters, listening to Klingon opera. Ma'a enters with the captain's Togg.
Captain, the leg has been passed. It was an honorable movement.
Dorg throws a bottle of blood wine at his screen, which is displaying a map of the quadrant.
The Empire used to choke the quadrant with fear, power, but now we've lost our way.
The Empire still strikes terror. Klingon blood runs as reddish pink as ever.
Klingons joining Starfleet? Studying at Bajorring academies? No hunger for victory? No respect for tradition?
It is troubling to see a proud cast of warriors lose their Lurdesh.
Well put. You are a true Klingon. You may be smaller and weaker and slower and smaller than my other officers, but you have a warrior spirit. One day, you could captain your own ship.
That would be my greatest honor, sir. Besides dying in battle, that would be my greatest honor.
Captain, we're being hailed.
Put it in my quarters. Private channel.
A Pakled appears on screen.
Pakled.
Oh, hi! Are you ready to give us presents?
We will discuss our transaction in person. I'm beaming over with my new second in command.
Thank you, Captain.
Pakleds have no honor.
Are we commandeering their ship?
Even cowards and fools have their uses.
I do not understand.
Pakleds have an insatiable hunger for power. I could use that. With the weapons and information I've armed them with, they've thrown the entire quadrant into discord.
You are helping them?
With the Federation destabilized, the Empire can claim the region as our own. Our greatest day has yet to come.
Klingons do not allow someone else to fight our battles.
Oh, which is exactly why the Federation has no idea who is manipulating them. Cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war!
They beam off the Chata. We focus on the Cerritos. Mariner and Freeman are playing a game of Star Trek Clue.
I think it was the chef in the biolab with a sniper rifle that can shoot through walls.
You always pick the chef.
Yeah, because we have replicators. Why is there a chef? That's just shady.
Captain! We've picked up another menace energy! Reading nearby! Should we drop out of weapon and investigate?
Yes!
Yes, please.
All right, let's get back to work. Oh, I cannot believe I'm saying that.
Mariner.
What? I know. I don't care who the fake killer was.
I had a good time today.
I know. I did too.
We focus on the clump ship, Pakled. Dorg and Ma'a beam aboard.
Welcome to the Pakled spaceship. Pakled, I am Rebner.
Yes, Rebner. We met several times.
We need another boomer.
What? No. One Verivian bomb is enough.
We already used it.
On what? Why?
We wanted it to test it on a big asteroid, but then it stopped working.
It was a bomb! Could only use it once! This is Dorg. Transport another explosive onto the Pakled vessel.
Yes, Captain.
Captain, a Veruvian explosion would emit Metreon particles. Other ships may come to investigate.
Red alarm. Red alarm.
We focus on space. The Cerritos has dropped out of warp right beside the Pakled and the Chita. We focus on the clump ship, Pakled.
Damn it! Block their communications! We have to take out that ship!
We focus on the Cerritos bridge. What the Pakleds again? And now they're threatening Klingons? Hail the bird of prey!
No response, Captain.
Klingon ship. This is the Federation starship Cerritos. We've dealt with the Pakleds before. Are you in need of aid?
Captain, both vessels are powering weapons.
What? Shields up! Red alert! The Chita and the Pakled open fire on the Cerritos, and throughout the ship, the off-duty officers rush to their battle stations. We focus on the holodeck.
Oh, dude, my turn?
Hawaiianers were under attack.
The Hawaiianers run out of the holodeck, ready to fight. We focus on the Cerritos bridge. Target their weapons!
Shields holding at 80%.
Return fire! Full spread!
Deck 6 is taking heavy damage, sealing the area.
We focus on the Cerritos corridors. Ransom begins to lead Boimler and the other Hawaiianers to their stations, but they are trapped by falling debris. As the deck continues to take damage, force fields are activated to seal the area, trapping them.
Damn it. We have to get to the bridge.
I don't want to die in a Hawaiian shirt. I'm not from Hawaii. And if I don't make it through this, I don't want to die a liar. Sir, I'm from Modesto, California. I just wanted to find a bridge buddy. I'm sorry.
Not from Hawaii either. I've never felt like I belonged until I met the rest of you.
Neither am I. None of us are. We just wanted to be friends with you, sir.
Wait. You guys didn't have to pretend to be something you aren't. I like you for you.
Really? Thanks, Commander.
Also, I'm not from Hawaii.
Wait, what now?
I made it up when I was an ensign, and my commanding officer was from Honolulu. I'm actually from the moon.
Wait, bro, Earth's moon? That's where I'm from, Luna Bay.
Tycho City.
My sister went to Tycho City Prep.
I'm from that third moon of Benzar.
B93? That's a great moon. My cousins live there.
We're all moon buddies.
You know, some people say Modesto is like the moon of San Francisco. So I guess I'm from a moon too.
Modesto is not a moon.
If you were from a moon, you know how deeply insulting that is.
What? You guys pretended to be from Hawaii. That's like the most culturally insensitive.
Oh, come on.
We focus on the Chita. Dorg revels as he watches the Pakled continue its attack on the Cerritos.
Let the Paklids take the final shot. They're about to start a war.
This feels wrong. There is no honor in letting others fight our battles.
Dorg strikes him as he protests.
Oh! Do not talk to me about honor. I've been crushing Baktogs beneath my boot since before you were born.
Other Klingons have tried to sabotage peace before. They failed.
I will not. They will write songs of me this day.
We focus on the Pakled. 4 Pakled lower deckers are sitting in front of storage containers full of mush fruit.
Red alarm. Red alarm. Red alarm.
I am hungry.
You should eat.
You are smart.
Red alarm.
We focus on the Cerritos. The attack continues. Evasive maneuvers!
Shield at 70%. Captain, we can't last much longer.
We focus on space. The Cerritos is taking a pounding. When suddenly, the Cheval drops out of warp and intercepts fire from the Pakled. We focus on the Cheval bridge.
Captain, we are being fired upon by the Klingons and Pakleds.
Curious. Shields to maximum power.
The Pakleds appear to have Klingon weaponry. Primary shields are failing.
Captain, the project I have been working on is a regenerative shield amplifier. I believe it may help.
This has not been tested. If it damages the couplings, we would be left unprotected.
It is logical to use it now, considering there are no alternatives. My instinct tells me it will work.
Implement the program.
We focus on the Chita bridge.
Yes, the destruction of 2 enemy ships will bring me much glory.
These are not our enemies. Does the High Council know of your actions?
The High Council lacks foresight. They will change their mind when the battle begins.
We focus on the Cheval bridge.
Shields are increasing. This is highly improbable, Captain. They are now at 120%.
Disable the Pakled ship.
We focus on the Chita.
Target the Federation ship.
Belay that order.
What?
This is not our fight. This lunacy must end.
Ma'a pulls out his blade.
You dare challenge me?
Stop the attack.
Finish them!
No!
Ma'a throws the Klingon out of the way and punches Dorg. A fight to the death begins. Dorg overpowers Ma'a and is about to kill him when the Togg attacks him, pulling him away.
Stupid Togg!
Dorg kicks the Togg away. But this has given Ma'a another chance to attack. Dorg knocks him down again. Dorg goes in for the kill. But Ma'a has tricked him. He leaps up and plunges his dagger into Dorg. Dorg laughs a bit, then falls over and dies.
What are your orders, Captain?
Set a course for the homeworld. The council can decide what to do with this himuk.
We focus on space. The Chita turns away, entering warp. We focus on the Cerritos Bridge.
Captain, the Klingon ship is retreating.
Well then, let's give the Pakleds a taste of their own mush fruit.
Yes, sir.
We focus on space. The Cerritos intensifies its attack on the Pakled. With the combined fire of the Cerritos and the Cheval being too much to handle, the Pakled enters warp, and retreats. We focus on the Cerritos Bridge.
What a prophets, what a Tujaya!
Hail the Vulcans! Thanks for the hand, Captain. For a minute there, we were in a little over our head.
Do you require assistance?
I think we're okay over here. We were just...
Excellent. And with the threat neutralized, no further communication is necessary.
Well, isn't he a ton of fun? Assess the damage. Let's begin repairs. Klingons helping Pakleds? Well, I guess we know how they got all those weapons.
Strange how they broke off and retreated, though. Klingons typically want to die in battle. Honestly, I get it.
It's almost like they decided it wasn't their fight.
Captain?
We need to brief Starfleet Command. They're going to have a lot to discuss with the Klingon High Council. We focus on the Cheval, Captain's ready room.
We are fortunate that your shield program worked. If you had not been following your instinct, it is unlikely we would have survived that encounter.
I concur.
However, your inability to control your emotions is a liability. I am removing you from active duty.
Captain, I believe you are making an error.
Your perceived victory today will only serve as fuel for further impulsivity. There is no place for that on this starship.
I will gather my personal items and prepare to return to Vulcan.
You will not be returning to Vulcan.
Curious.
I am recommending you for reassignment to a Starfleet vessel. Your hot-headed ways may make you better suited to serve with humans.
Captain, I ask that you reconsider. I do not believe this punishment is warranted.
And that is exactly the type of outburst which led to my decision. It is final.
Live long and prosper, sir. We focus on the Cerritos Lounge. Boimler is sitting with Mariner, Tendi, and Rutherford.
They're all from moons. Look at them. Probably talking about tides and werewolves and rocks and flags. I was so close.
I know you really wanted to have a bridge buddy, but guess what? You don't need them. You've got us. Next time we have a long haul warp, I vote we all do something together. Cool?
You know it.
Cool.
You're right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Though Boimler is appreciative of his friends, He leaves the table to grab a drink at the bar, still looking disappointed. As he waits for his drink, a cadet nervously walks up.
Excuse me, Ensign Barnes, sir?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's me.
Well, I've been having trouble keeping up with my duty schedule. Commander Ransom said that you're the most organized person on the ship.
He did?
Yes, he said you're great. And I should pick your brain if that's okay.
From a booth, Ransom observes the exchange with a quiet smile before turning back to his drink. Flattered, Boimler accepts the cadet's request and begins to advise him.
I mean, yes, of course. Yeah, glad to help. Sure.
Oh, thank you, sir. I really admire your work.
Let's talk duties. Every ship in the fleet depends on officers like Gus to keep them running. The bridge crew is maybe the ones you hear about, but trust me, the real action begins on the lower decks.
As the credits start to roll, we get a glimpse of the lower decks of Borg Cube 90182, where 4 Borg drones are quietly regenerating in their alcoves.
And that concludes our reading of Star Trek Radio Theater's Lower Decks is wej Duj, the 3 ships. We're going to bring this down off screen, and we're going to go through our different cast members and just our reactions to the show. That was a lot of fun. I think that was success. Jane, what do you say?
Yeah, it's nice to get back to it.
Nice to get back to a radio theater. It was nice to have the surprises that come with that, and also just
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I
And
wonder if Ma'a is from Hawaii.
What
I
a
wonder.
petty
I wonder if I'm from Hawaii. Mai Tais and everything. Yeah. So and
Well, he's not from
also
the Klingon moon. It's not there anymore.
No, he's not from Texas. No, good thing that would have been insensitive. Let's go through our cast. Okay, so I was Dave Mater. I was playing Maha or Ma, the Klingon would-be captain, the guy who opposes Dorg, and Jane. I was also the Pakled captain, Rebner. I'm Rebner. And Jane, you were Tendi, and you were also Barnes.
Barnes and Klingon.
Klingon woman.
And
We also had Jeff Mater. Jeff, I loved your Shaxs. It was amazing. Tonight he was Lieutenant Shaxs, and you were also some like a Klingon from Liverpool, I think.
Yeah, well, Paul McCartney, I thought I would switch it up.
Yeah. So hey, they might have a Liverpool on Kronos. Who's to say?
Can you tell I've been watching a lot of the Get Back sessions?
Yeah.
Yes.
That could be. Also, you were one of the Pakleds, weren't you?
Yeah, I tried to do that in a John Lennon voice, but didn't really go as planned.
Yeah, either way. We also had Kevin and Ashley. Kevin was playing Rutherford and was also playing one of the Vulcans. You've lost all control. I loved your Rutherford. Very spot on impression. Just great enthusiasm. Ashley was our narrator, of course, as per usual, and also was I'm losing my voice, I think. You were Captain Freeman, and you were also Lyn. So great in both roles. Really. A lot to do and very active. Very great job tonight, Ashley. We had a guest star, my cousin and yours, Davin Skellhorn. You were playing Boimler. You were also the voice of the Pakled computer. That was a lot of
Red alarm.
Red alarm.
Red alarm.
Yeah. So how was this experience for you? The first time doing radio theater?
That was fun. I woke the baby up upstairs when I had to fall off that cliff, though.
Yeah. Worth it. I'd say worth it. Jameel Robinson in the role of Jack Ransom, also the Starfleet cadet, and you were also so one more character. I'm just trying to. Oh, you were Lieutenant Kayshawn
and Klingon.
And a Klingon, yeah, yeah, you were like, Captain, the Pakled ship is here. No, I loved all three. Your Ransom and your cadet and your Kayshawn were so different. They were
Ransom was played by Troy McClure.
Troy McClure, you were like, you're contagious. Where are you from? Hawaii. We had Michael Chan in the role of Mariner, as well as the Vulcan captain. We never actually get a name for him, but he was more of a robot in this one. And also we had, which I thought was like, that's pretty fitting for the Vulcans. They're very robotic.
I like the Vulcan captain.
Yeah, you were also Commander Togg as Macho Man Randy Savage, I believe. Yeah. And I think you were like a very frank. I think Beverly Crusher was perhaps a crewman calling the captain at one point. Great job. I really loved your Vulcan captain particularly. And with Jessica, you were a trooper tonight, going through with, I was like, oh my God, she's in pain. I can tell here.
Not on town.
Show must go on.
Yeah,
was very,
best
like,
likeness of the show was that Donna.
Yeah. Tiana was like, this was a good role for me because it came out pretty much exactly like she sounds.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to come out when I talked, though. So I was like, well, I hope this sounds somewhat different to the last person.
You sounded exactly like Tiana does on the show. So it was, and you were also one of the Hawaiianers who ends up being actually from the moon. And and then one other character, I think. Oh, you were with the Vulcan #1 as well. You had that whole dialogue with Ashley. Great job. And then happy Thanksgiving to our sole American here. We got Matt Tyrell, who was in the role primarily of Captain Togg, right? No, Commander
Dorg.
Captain Dorg. I'm sorry. I was talking to you for most of the thing. You think I would know your name? The name of your character.
Dorg's the dog.
Dorg. Yes. We had a battle to the death. Yeah. And you were also
pedicure, Dave. And you're a pedicure.
Oh yeah. You said patox, but these peticures. I was like, that's amazing.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I butchered some Klingon there. I'm sure we'll be getting letters from.
I said it once, laughing to myself, and when I was practicing, but then I thought I had that out of my head.
It's okay. It was good.
Matt, you were.
You got to
really
get a letter from me about your Klingon, Dave.
Yeah, I know. I think I will be getting letters about my Klingon. I was like, oh, I don't think I said that word right. But Matt, you were a great Klingon captain. I was like, this is amazing. This is. I really thoroughly enjoyed everyone's performances, and I thought that it took us longer than it would than like they do on the show, because it's only a 22-minute script. Or 24 minutes or whatever it is, but it took us longer because we took more of our time, and that's all good. And then we'll do an edited version of this that will be like a little bit tighter. We'll take out some of the pauses because there was some lags here and there. We got people in different time zones, different countries here. So it's amazing that the technology comes together as much as it does, right, Jane?
Right, Dave.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Any other thoughts, reactions?
It was good times. Good times.
Yeah, it was fun.
I loved it.
Very happy
to do it
this
again.
episode.
It was nice being back doing this again. I just want to give a big props to Jessica for getting through that. I could tell your voice was not itself. And thanks to Matt too for coming through here I know this is a long weekend in the States. For here, it's less of a thing, but I know that this is a busy weekend in the States. Really just enjoyed. We're going to be back in a month. We're going to do another to finish out season 2 of Star Trek Radio Theater. We're going to be doing our a movie like we did last year. We're going to be doing Star Trek First Contact. That's good. We're already prepping for that. We already have our cast. I haven't got the poster put together yet to show yet, but it will be put together in the coming weeks, months. Everyone you see here, plus Adam Woodward, I guess, right? That would be the additional. And so we're really excited to do that. Is the it's the 25th anniversary this year of Star Trek First Contact. It just came out this week, roughly 25 years ago, even though it's kind of amazing that I remember watching that in theaters back then. So yeah, everyone, it's going to be doing different parts in that. I think that movie's already funny. So just like this episode was tonight, it was kind of nice just doing a script that was like naturally comedy and more about like just hitting the beats, versus like taking something a little drier and maybe trying to spice it up. Anyway, so I think that's it. We should Jamil, you got something to say?
No, I was just like,
Oh, okay, I thought this might be like I got.
That's how he fans himself, one little finger at a time.
No, it's from
I'm
Hook.
doing this too, man. Solidarity.
Yeah.
That's how they do it. That's how they do it in Hawaii.
Feel how this feels.
It's from Hook. The Lost Boys do it.
Jamil, not this.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. You're gonna do it from up here.
But the Lost Boys. Lost Boys from Hook? They do this at,
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like...
It's true. They do like Rufio, all that. Yeah. Anyway, so where was I? So Live Long and Podcast continues our coverage and reenactments of Star Trek. Also, you should check out Davin's podcast, Locutors of Trek. He was playing Boimler tonight, and I was just on that last week. We were doing writers' room pitches, and there's different segments you do over on your
Check
channel.
out my
Davin.
X-Men podcast too.
And you have an X-Men podcast now too. X-Men, the animated series from the 90s. You're starting to do a rewatch over there. So really exciting stuff. And thanks for being part of tonight's.
And might I say, enjoy the rest of your Sundays.
Well, it's not. Yeah, you're Sunday where you are because you're in Nova Scotia. So it's already tomorrow.
It's already tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
with that in mind, I will try to wrap this up.
Lines.
Different days, different times and zones, and
yeah, you're worried about me.
Mott's in the zone. He's at least in the Eastern zone. We on Live Long and Podcast, we do all kinds of rewatch podcasts. We watched all the movies back in the long time ago. We've done different series, including Star Trek Picard, Lower Decks. We have companion podcasts with most of the new shows. We've been doing Star Trek Prodigy rewatches. Jessica Chan and I and Davin, we're doing those, and we'll continue in January. We're on a bit of a hiatus. While we're on hiatus, though, we're talking about Star Trek Discovery on Thursdays, so check that out. Also on Tuesdays, Star Trek Deep Space Night at 9ish with Jeff Mader and a lot of the people you see here tonight on that podcast, the Millards, Davin, Jamil, and others who are often on that.
No, not this week.
Shattered Mirror next week, right? That's coming up this Tuesday. And also, we did all of the original series podcasts. We did those all with our dad, Ted. My dad and yours, Ted.
Yeah.
My new phrase. And so we're going to be now replacing that segment now with a Star Trek Enterprise podcast that will be led by Jody Simpson and Adam Woodward. But I think Jody's more the captain. Well, they're fighting over it. But me and Kevin Millard will definitely be lower deckers for that and be coming along on the Star Trek Enterprise podcast. So excited to be doing that starting December 6th, not this Monday, but the following Monday. And we have Super Mater Brothers podcast, our other channel, where we talk about shows that aren't Star Trek, including Survivor, which we've been covering all season long, season 41. Jeff, Jamil, and I on Wednesday nights talking about that season. Jamil and Jeff and I, we talked about Big Brother 23 earlier this summer. And Jamil and I talked about Big Brother Canada 9 in the spring. So we're always busy. We also do Marvel podcasts. We talked about Eternals. We talked about Black Widow. Did you know that, Jane?
I did.
We talked about WandaVision.
I did.
We're going to be talking about Hawkeye.
I did know about Hawkeye.
Well, Hawkeye's happening, and Spider-Man.
But what I'm curious about is Tiger King too.
Well, we're working. Don't rush me. I'm working.
We're going to talk about Squid Game.
Squid Game. Jeff wants to do a Squid Game podcast. He's been so.
What about Gilligan's Island?
Gilligan's Island. There are so many demands.
No.
Gilligan's Island rewatch.
But Jeff, aren't you starting a Beatles podcast this Monday?
Yes, Monday night, 9:30. We'll be covering the Beatles Get Back. Josh Shields, Jake Shields. Tune in. Be there. Be square.
I can join you for the first week. I watched the first episode. I feel like they could, it was like 2 hours and 30 something minutes. The part one, Jeff. I think they could have cut out some of that. Yeah,
it's a lot. You got to
just sit around smoking and drinking and like nothing happening.
You got to be a super fan to watch it, and that's why Josh and Jake are going to come on. If any of you guys are super fans of the Beatles and have Dave, you can come on. Anyway, if you guys have watched it, you guys can come on because it is a long watch, though. I will say
it's a long watch. Some of it's good, but some of it was it lagged for me. But we'll talk about that Monday.
No
as
wonder
well.
your voice changed.
No wonder. And also, our third channel is called Trivial Debates. It's a monthly show where we argue about movies, TV, sports in like a game show format. Tomorrow we have our next installment. It's called, we got Jody Simpson hosting at 11 a.m. and we got an international battle royale here. We got Max Duda representing Canada.
Alex.
We got Dylan Gonzalez representing the United States.
Boo. I like that Dylan guy.
And representing Northern England / the United Kingdom. And Jody Simpson, Aussie. He's going to have to sort all this out. What do you guys think?
Go, Alex.
Go, Alex.
Okay.
You're not going to Canadian Max Duda?
Well, I know Max is a talker. Dylan's a talker. I can't recall Alex too much.
He's too.
My money's on that Gonzalez kid. That SA knows what he's talking about.
We got some great debates tomorrow, including what movie series with one prequel or sequel that is well loved needs to just go away or needs not to exist, as Jody would say. TV is what is the best TV show with only 4 seasons or less. Music is if you could bring back a band.
Enterprise.
There you go. There you go. Jody Simpson will love that answer. Why aren't you competing tomorrow? Music, if you could bring back a band, it has to be a band, then that no longer produces music, who would you bring back? Assuming that they're alive. In sports, we have what's the most boring championship game in sports to watch?
All of them.
All of them, just says Jane. Not the Super Bowl.
Kevin Millard would vote for that answer.
All of them. In the history category, we have what historic event would be a good watch on TV if TV had been invented at the time. I think Jody later added a caveat that it had to be after 1927 for some reason, though. And then in the wild card is what is the best racing video game of all time?
Kyle Petty's No Fear Racing, obviously.
Well, we're going to see if that makes sense.
RC Pro Man.
Mario Kart.
We're Top Gear, man.
Yeah. So anyway, check that out at 11 a.m. tomorrow, Sunday, November 28th, 2021, which is already the date where Davin is. So that's it for tonight. That's it for this installment.
From the future.
He's in the future.
Wow.
Join us next month for our next installment of Radio Theater for the First Contact podcast. Live long and podcast. Thanks to everyone tonight and for watching and subscribing and listening. And we will have an edited version that will come out in the coming days and weeks. So that's it. Anyone? Live long and podcast.
You guys want to hear about the Apple stocks in the future here?
No, they're roughly the same.
That would be unethical. Okay, so I don't know. I was gonna play.
Further outbursts will not be tolerated.
Check out our Twitter.
check out Kevin and Ashley's Twitter, especially.
Let me repeat I will now repeat the instructions.
All right, we'll go out with some punitive spiritualism. All right.
You know your rebellions will only lead to punitive spiritualism.